Imagine you're a Nepo baby. Your mom is Nicole Kidman and your dad is Keith Urban, two of the most famous people in the world. Now, imagine walking a Paris runway at 18 and having half the internet roll their eyes and go, "Of course she is." That's the life of Sunday Rose Kidman Urban. Raised in Nashville, younger sister Faith Margaret at her side, and this week, she gave the haters a lot to talk about. On July 5th, 2026, she walked the Dior Haute Couture show at Paris Fashion Week, her second year in a row for the fashion house. 2 days later, on July 7th, she turned 18, and her mom marked it with a sweet post. "Happy 18th, my angel. You couldn't be more loved." Cue the debate, because every time a celebrity kid shows up somewhere impressive, the internet splits in half. One side says she only got there because of her last name. The other says, so what? Look at what she's actually doing. So let's settle it. Is Sunday Rose just another Nepo baby coasting on famous parents? Or has she quietly built a resume that would turn heads no matter whose kid she was? Let's break it down. Let's be fair and take the criticism seriously first. Sunday Rose was born into the most rarefied air imaginable. Oscar winner mom, country legend dad from Nashville. She grew up on film sets around the exact people who run the industry she now works in. And she's admitted it. She said visiting her mom's sets as a kid sparked her interest and called the access a privilege, her words. Then there was the 2026 Met Gala. She showed up at just 17 under the event's usual 18+ rule, right alongside her mom, who happened to be co-chairing. The eye rolls were loud. That's about as Nepo as it gets. And she's not alone in facing that heat. Kaia Gerber, Lily Rose Depp, and Lenny Klum have all walked the same runway and the same criticism. The Nepo baby discourse practically has its own Wikipedia page at this point, thanks largely to that New York Magazine piece from 2022 that put the term on the cultural map. Fair. Now look at the other column, the actual work. In October 2024, Sunday Rose didn't just walk in a show. She opened Miu Miu's spring/summer show in Paris. At 16, Miuccia Prada doesn't hand the opening slot to anyone. Opening a show sets the tone for the whole collection. You don't give that to someone who can't walk. That's a Miuccia Prada decision, not a favor. Then she fronted Miu Miu's Duets campaign, her first major ad campaign. Brands put real money behind faces they believe can sell. That's a business decision, not a courtesy. And then Dior, part of the LVMH empire, the top of the corporate fashion pyramid, twice, 2 years running, including this latest Dior Haute Couture show right before her birthday. The creative direction under Jonathan Anderson has pulled no punches on casting. Haute Couture is the most exclusive room in the industry. A teenager just booked it 2 years straight. So here's how it actually works. A famous last name gets you in the door. The meeting, the invite, the first look. What it can't do is make you good on a runway. Fashion is brutal. If you can't deliver, they don't rebook you, famous parents or not. The industry has burned through plenty of celebrity kids who got one shot and vanished. Sunday Rose isn't vanishing. She's getting rebooked at the highest level by the most selective brands alive. The door opening is nepotism. Staying in the room is something you earn. So can both be true? Absolutely. She's a Nepo baby, and she's genuinely good at this. The famous name got her the first runway. Her own performance got her the next 5. So where does that leave us on the great Nepo baby debate? Here's my honest take. The Nepo baby label gets thrown around like it's a knockout punch, like pointing out someone had an advantage automatically cancels everything they've done. But that's lazy. Almost everyone who makes it in any industry had some kind of head start. The real question was never, did she get help getting in? It's, is she good enough to stay? And Sunday, Rose keeps answering that question the only way that actually counts, by getting booked again and again. Opening Miu Miu, 2 years of Dior, her own campaign. That's not a fluke. That's a pattern. What I respect most is that she's not in denial about any of it. She names the privilege. She credits her mom. She stayed in school to keep her feet on the ground. That's a grounded 18-year-old who knows exactly where the door came from and is still walking through it on her own 2 feet. So call her a Nepo baby if you want. Just add the part that matters. She's a Nepo baby who's actually good. And in an industry that eats famous kids alive, Kaia, Lily Rose, all of them included. That's rarer than the internet wants to admit. So, does the resume shut the debate down, or does the name always count against her? Tell me in the comments. Hit follow for more celebrity anatomies, and I'll see you in the next one.